back to Come Chat with Sima. Happy 2021. Even though my last interview dropped in January, we recorded it in November. So this is my first time sitting with someone in the 2021 to share. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome. Can you introduce yourself?
Blessings. My name is Jamel Carly Campbell. You got me here with the lovely Sima, you know?
Thank you.
You got me blessing the people then, man.
So I would like to ask you, just for the people's sake, what do you do, who you are? Yeah,
man. Well, as I said, my name is Jamel Carly Campbell. I'm an early years educator, consultant, advisor, mentor, and an aspiring children's author.
So much beautiful things.
Thank you.
But although he's all these beautiful things, foundation, I've known Jamal for a long time.
Yes.
From a long time. We used to, grew up on the indie streets. The ends. Oh, gosh. And it's so beautiful. Every time I interview a friend, it's like so nice because so many of us are doing beautiful things, and it's only right that I used my platform to share with my family. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, man. It was important for me to call you for this interview because before Christmas, before the New Year, I'm speaking to a lot of women, especially. Obviously, I have a sister circle. And a regular conversation, a topic that comes up is people are struggling or sometimes finding it difficult with homeschooling. So obviously the majority of last year and even now we're in a lockdown. Currently schools are closed. At least last year we had a lot of time where the schools were open. And some people are now having to teach at home and work from home on top of the teaching from home, and it's challenging. It's a new challenge. So I was like, you know what, it makes sense that I contact you, we share this interview because I feel like maybe you will have a message for these women and men are out here teaching as well. Big up to you. If you are that gentleman that's teaching your children. And see if you have anything that you can encourage these people with, any advice. But just before we go into that, I just want you to share what exactly you do on a day-to-day basis. So we've got your background, your history, and the things that you've got coming up, because you've got quite a few things. You've got quite a few things coming up.
Quite a few things. All right, so firstly, I just want to big up yourself, you get what I'm saying? Because obviously, seeing the growth, seeing you create this platform, it's an amazing thing. And even seeing some of the faces from the area, you get what I'm saying? Doing their thing as well, it's a blessing, man. And I feel like if you know the history, trust me, you can appreciate it so much more, man. There's a lot of us that are taking nothing and making something, you know? And that's important, and we're giving back because, look, born and bred in Lewisham Hospital, do you know what I mean? And we're giving back to our communities, we're giving back to our families, so big blessings to yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
The second thing is the stuff that I do. So my day job, I am a early years teacher, that is my day job. My business is the consultancy and advisory. I've been doing early years teaching for 19 years, working with children for 19
since we left school then?
Since you left school. So, but I stumbled into it, you know. Big up my mentor, my Uncle Simon Minot, you know what I mean? Bawtree Road Youth Club, that's in the ghetto. If you know, you know. The youth club that used to stay on later than Woodpecker Youth Club, you get me? And my uncle called me in, told me to study, supported him with the youth club, supported him with arches as well. And yeah, from that went on and got into the early years stuff, you know what I mean? From a young age, as well as being on street.
Wow.
You understand? So it helped me, man. You know what I mean? Big up all the mentors and community leaders. And now I'm in a position where I'm working with big education consultants, boards, councils, speaking about representation, speaking about practice, speaking about the importance of having more men in the early years and building up those positive imagery, that positive perception that men, especially black men, can do positive and good things. They can be role models, and yeah, man, writing. Got a children's book that I've been working on, education book that's just been accepted. I've just been nominated for a Children's Champions Award, the 2020 Family Children's Champion Award. And yeah, man, it's just from strength to strength. It's just going from strength to strength.
So much things going on. Well done you though.
Thank you.
Well done you. And you're quite right. I've got a little bit of early years experience. Actually, when I was in school, or when I left school, I think I did a bit of work experience in Woodpecker with Kenny. Do you know Kenny?
Kenny, yeah.
And then just before lockdown, I was working in nurseries. And like you rightfully said, working in the early years, there's not a lot of men workers, period. And if there are, they're not from our ethnic backgrounds. Do you know what I mean? So there's not enough representation, like what you're saying. So well done for you, and being consistent, staying in that field and growing and developing into so many different things. Because now you're a trainer. You train other teachers on how to perform, develop, and also, talk to me about that. What do you train the teachers doing?
Yeah, basically I just talk to them about their practice. As a teacher, especially going through doing this whole home schooling, home teaching thing, well-being is being affected greatly. 100%. And it's easy to lose enthusiasm, and it's easy to be bogged down with the amount of work that we have to do. Like currently, I'm having to film videos for children that can't attend the Zoom classes, or the Microsoft Teams classes or whatever, and then I have to then log in with my team early in the morning. It's 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we're having conversations about how we're gonna push the children's learning and keep them engaged. Then we have to send home resources. We have to do presentations. We have to write up, observations.
So the workload, would you say, is it more now than it was in the school?
Yeah, it's more now. Because what's happening is some of our children, because I work in a special school, so some of our children are on site.
Okay.
And some of our children are doing virtual schools.
So when you do the teaching, you're on site?
No, I'm at home.
Okay.
So it's they've split our group half and half. So we have 3 of us that are working at home, and then 2 that are working in the setting. Yeah. So it's been a lot. It has been a lot. And then obviously being at home, you have all the home responsibilities. You know what I mean? People think, because you're at home, you could go to the shop for them, you could do A, B, and Z.
Them can call you when them want call you.
Right.
And it's not that. So people, I like to work. I know you can't because of your job, but I like to do my stuff through the night. And some people don't get that, and it's listen, when you work through the night, the world is asleep. You can just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? If it means that I have to sleep out the whole of the next day to catch up, then so be it. But I prefer working night work.
Studies, man.
The distraction.
Yeah. The distraction, you're at home. You see, at night time as well, sometimes you come up with some of your best ideas. Do I like reading at night. I study at night as well. I'm doing my degree. And it's boy, sometimes I come up with something, I'm wow, I never thought of that. Because in the day it's so busy.
There's so much going on.
Yeah. You just light an incense, play a little music, set the vibes, everything airy, everything good, you get me? And then we just begin, we just crack on.
That's it. And then the next thing you're wow. When it's time to go to bed, have you ever been I did all of that last night?
Yeah, I look at my little...
No one can't chat to me again.
You're mad. You get me? What's sleep? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. And I do prefer, luckily, with the job that I work at the moment, I can work night, and it means that I can work on my stuff as well, whilst working. So it's a double benefit. I'm so grateful, so blessed to be in that opportunity, in that space. So, Jamel, other than your teaching side of things, what else do you do?
Listen, man, we do enough things. So obviously the writing, the book writing, do a bit of creative like poetry, and also we still do the music.
Do you do poetry?
Yeah. I done something for Wellbeing Week. I done a reading.
So how come you've never done? No. How come you've never done nothing for Vibes and Flow?
Do you know what? I come to support, innit? I don't come as an artist. I come as a friend.
I know, but you could have come grab the mic. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You see, you learn something new every day. Okay, so you do poetry. Yeah.
Well, we can pattern that, man. We can arrange something.
Vibes and Flow 2021. So look out now. Yeah,
Trust me,
it'll soon come back again before we know it. But
Yeah, man. So I do a bit of poetry stuff now and again. And I do the music, man, just for fun after hours. Still doing music, you know what I mean, but just for fun. And it's one of them things where, you know, part of me, when I started, like, things started to get really busy for me, I was like, nah, I can't do music, can't. But then music for me is like a release, you know? Like, I enjoy what I'm doing with the teaching and training and writing and all that kind of stuff. But when I'm on a set, and MCing and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a different kind of
feeling, you know what I mean?
That's what we've got to do. We've got to just make sure that even we have our careers, make your career something that you enjoy in it. But for me, that is something that I encourage everybody, just do what you enjoy. Vibes and Flow is, I love music. You know, I cannot sing, however, I try a little something. But the reason why I created that is because then that's my enjoyment, that's my highest excitement. So yeah, man, you have to keep doing the music. So where do you do that, on radio?
On radio, yeah. Internet radio station, Playback UK.
Every week?
Every Wednesday, 8 till 10. We're having a little break right now, you know what I mean? Just to sorting out a few things, but music's still a mech. Early mornings and late nights, go download that from all digital platforms. Drive and Officer, the video, are on YouTube. 2 videos on YouTube. So we do little bits and bobs, you know what I mean? And do you know what? One time, I bought like a little notepad, and I said to myself, cause I realised that I weren't doing a lot of the things that I was enjoying. I was just bogged down with work, you know, and I just wrote down a list, like at least 40 things that I enjoy. It was mad, going to the museum, walks, all that kind of stuff that people take for granted. I'm telling you, will help your well-being.
100%.
Anytime I'm feeling away, I just look on my list, I say, what haven't I done recently? It could be simple, like watching cartoons, Tom and Jerry or whatever it is. I just open up my book. I'm going to do this today. Okay,
that's a good tip, because I like to do things that I enjoy, but I've never thought to write it down and then one day go through my list. That's a good idea. I like that.
And
I like that.
Let me tell you something. You see, the first time I wrote my list, 2 days, I ended up doing 5 things on my list without even trying. Like, it just happened. It just manifested. So imagine I had a meeting, in Knightsbridge. I had a meeting in Knightsbridge. I like, what's it called? You know, like you like eating in a nice restaurant. Yeah. So I said, right, you know what? Normally you eat with your people then. Yeah. But I just went in this restaurant, man, just treated myself. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Sometimes we got to do that. Yeah. And do you know what, actually, I just shared in my vlog that so January was my break month. I took things nice and easy, you know what I mean? And I said, you know what, I'm going to make sure that 2021 I religiously give back to myself. Yes. So I've incorporated 2 days out of the 7. Doesn't have to be every day. My every day is waking up and going into my zone. So I do my meditation and stuff, but 2 days, Friday, Feel Good Fridays.
Feel Good Friday.
and in self-care Sundays. They're the 2 days that I give back to myself. And even if it's just an hour, even if it's just going in the bath and getting a body scrub and exfoliating your skin, that is some self-love. You're gonna feel good after that. You're gonna feel good after that. So well-being is so important, especially now.
No, trust me.
Especially now.
And Sim, you see that day I was telling you, so the 5 things. So afterwards I went to this restaurant, I looked across the road, I was like, rah, museum. Went to the museum.
Oh no, so it just happened just like
and then
that.
Came out of the museum, went St. James's Park. I like walking next to the water. Went next to the Hyde Park, sorry. Went next to the water. Then afterwards I went to the next place, and it's like the route I was taking, I was just ticking off things off the list.
Guess what that is?
Talk to me, what is it?
The art of going with the flow.
Ah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Vibes and flow. Yeah. Flow and vibes, see?
Oh gosh. So Jamel, I give thanks for you. This is my bro, you know. This is my August. Are you August?
August, yeah.
You are? What day in August?
23rd.
He just made it. He just made it. You're a Virgo.
I'm on the cusp. Virgo, Leo. But mainly a Virgo. I'm on the cusp. Do your research.
Oh god. Do you know what? Maybe do you know your time of birth? Look at us getting all astrological.
Yeah, do you know what? I wrote it down, yeah, on that, you know, that CoStar app thing, yeah, it made me do the research. And then afterwards I ended up deleting that CoStar app because I saw some speculation. People delete CoStar if you got
What
CoStar.
is CoStar?
It's like some astrological, you know, like...
Yeah, but all you want to know is
and
kind of
that.
your birth chart.
Yeah. So it brings it up, innit? And says where the position of the stars are and the alignment of the planets. And Yeah. So I think I've got something to do with Aries, Leo, and something like the sun, the moon, or whatever. Okay. But anyway, I can't remember people. Yeah. So Virgo, Leo, cusp.
Is a Virgo, I think. No, I'm joking. You got Leo. You got Leo vibes though. You got Leo vibes. So. I give him that.
Alright.
But okay. Anyway, let's go back. Let's come back to the interview, guys.
Let's bring it.
Get back focused, yeah. My reasoning for calling you was to see if you can give some advice to these parents out there that are homeschooling their children and maybe finding it challenging. What advice can you give some of these women and men out there?
First bit of advice before anything. Parents, you're not teachers. You're not teachers. A lot of parents are stressing because they want to compensate for the schooling that their children are not getting being at home. But you're not teachers. That's the first thing. Move with the flow of your child. Move with the flow of your child. You know, all this screen time and just being away from school, the school dynamic is a stressful experience for your child and you. And sometimes when you're not getting the results that you want, or you're not able to push achieve the learning expectations you have, that then creates stress, you know, and affects the way that you and your child will interact. Communicate with your teacher, you know, find out what the learning goals are, where you are on what's required in the curriculum, and build up a schedule, a timetable that works for you, your child, and the teacher. You know, homeschooling doesn't always require you to be in front of the screen, having to join in with the Zoom lessons or Zoom sessions. If you talk to your teacher, you can then allocate a time that is suitable for you all, especially the parents that are doing other things at home, be it work, be it dealing with other children, supporting other children. You know, everybody's dynamic is different. Ensuring that you get outside as well. You know, learning doesn't always have to be in the home. If you don't have a garden, go to your local park. Right now, you know, fresh air is so important. Exercise, all the sedentary stuff like sitting down on a chair or sitting in front of a computer or watching TV is not doing anyone justice. Go outside. For parents that have really young children, why don't you go on a nature hunt?
Hey.
There's printables.
Hey, you know, Mother Nature's, sorry to cut you, Mother Nature's the number one teacher.
Number one teacher and healer, you get me? And I had to tell a lot of the people, I say, listen, yeah, where we come from in the Caribbean, we don't really spend time indoors, you know.
No.
It's outdoors. We learn from outdoors. In Africa, outdoors. Asia, outdoors. You know, but it doesn't get spoken about enough. So please, take your children outside. You can do maths outside. You can do your spellings outside, looking at the numbers on buses, where the buses are going, even the signposts on roads, like the names of roads. You know, you could teach your child how to spell, how to write, and so forth, you know.
Get creative with it.
Creative.
Make it fun.
Make it fun. Make it enjoyable.
Make that a decision that, you know what, we're going to have fun at school today.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Blend.
Make songs. Get creative.
Come on.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Do you know what? Take yourself. Look at me. Look at me giving advice.
Come on.
I'm going to step in your shoes now.
You're blending now. You're blending.
Take yourself back to school. What would you want as a student, as a pupil?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Ever since I left the post office, I've been taking myself back to school, and it has been beautiful. I wonder why I never experienced certain things when I was younger, but I'm experiencing it now, and I'm really enjoying it.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what happens, Sim, as well? Yeah, a lot of the time when people are teaching, they're teaching based on the curriculum, not based on their child's interest.
Yeah.
So when we look at learning, it needs to be looked at holistically. What does your child like? What is your child's strengths? What is your child's weaknesses? Using those interests and strengths to then build up the weakness. You see, the foundations of learning is based on what you like.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, we learn so much from cartoons and playing and building and all these kind of things, you know. So the foundations of learning is just based on things you like. You could use football to teach. How many kick-ups can you do? 10. How many passes can you do? 5. Can you spell Makalele's name? You know, can you search for it on the internet? Type it in. You know, that's all learning, you know. So, yeah, man. And you can make up some comprehensive questions for older children.
Yeah.
You can just build it up and develop it. Do quizzes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not so complicated. But because we want to match what's going on in school with the curriculum and stuff, we complicate it and we forget about the basics.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Do you do what if some of these parents want to contact you to assist them with maybe homeschool? Do you do like workshops, or do you do group teachings yourself?
Yes.
Or do you just, you do? Okay.
Yeah. So, but currently, obviously, I do some sessions. You can contact me on my social media or my email address. I'll give those details to the lovely Sim. But yeah, like right now, because of obviously with studies and doing virtual schools and so on, I haven't been doing a lot of sessions, but I will continue. Once all of this kind of slows down, parents, I will continue. So feel free to shoot me a message. I'm going to take all your details and I will contact you.
I smell a collaboration, you know.
We can work on something.
I think off camera, I've got an idea. You know when I've got an idea?
Listen, it can work.
So just watch this space, guys.
It takes a village.
All right.
It takes a village. You get what I'm saying? And there's enough children and experience and ideas and creativity to build something. And that's what it's about. But we need to take it back to the old school where you had the potter, the plumber, the builder, the carpenter, whatever. You get what I'm saying? And they come together and what do? They build a village. They build a house.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we are definitely going back into time.
Yeah.
And bringing it forward. You get me?
All right.
Jamal.
Energies.
How can these beautiful people that are watching this today get in contact with you? How can they follow you? How can they support you? Because you know support is love. Yes,
man. Well, on Instagram, my name is Jamel, Jamel .Carly Carly. Add me up. Same on Twitter. You can send me an email as well. Jamel, Jamel .Carly Carly @gmail.com. The email address will switch soon. but that's the email address I'm using now.
Have you got a website?
I've got a website that's coming as well.
Okay.
Because we just sorted out the little business something, we've got a little register something going on. So, you know what I mean? We're all official, you understand? So with this I build, man, step by step, you get me? Because this thing was all based on the passion, man. And now I can really see my place, my niche, the market that I'm working with.
You got your vision. What is what's your say, plans? What's your do you mind sharing that? Tongue tied. What is your vision for your business, for yourself?
For myself, to become an authority on early years learning, you know, and I'm there. Got a few more steps to make, and slowly, you know what I mean, I will achieve this goal. And I just want to see children that look like me thrive. And I want to see more faces like mine in those spaces. Because a lot of the time I'm sitting down in these rooms and 99% of the people I'm sitting down with are white. And when I'm sitting in these rooms, I'm sitting in these rooms just the way I am right now. Tracksuit on, beard hanging, gold tooth. You get me? We don't butter up nothing. We keep it the way it is, rough and rugged. And we show them, man, that, you know what, not everything has to follow this one traditional pathway, this one traditional route that the establishment has created. You get me? There's different types of people that teach. There's different types of men. You get me?
Wow.
So,
yes.
Yeah, man.
And I will be here. We're here to support that.
Yes,
so,
man.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time out to share with me and the people.
Blessings, man. Blessings and love all.
And family, you know what to do. You have to make sure that you share it, you like it, and leave a comment on the section there.
Actual comments, the emoji thing, in a make it, yeah.
And until next time, we out. Peace.
Blessings all.
Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend, share it, like it, and all of these things. Follow the links below. And until next time, peace and blessings to you.